Hello everyone, welcome back. Guys, today I am going to start a new journey, the Juniper networking series. Mainly I am creating this series for my CCNA and CCNP students. Even if you did CCNA and CCNP at PM networking 3 years ago, 3 years before or 2 years before, then also you will love this series. Whatever we had learned in our CCNA and CCNP course, whatever configuration we had performed on the devices, we are going to configure those all things on Juniper devices. Juniper uses something called JUNOS operating system, and trust me guys, JUNOS operating system is very interesting and very powerful as well because it is well structured and clean. So I'm damn sure you will love it. Even if you are the subscribers of PM Networking YouTube channel and you know the Cisco like CCNA and CCNP, you are the master in NANP. You can also understand this series. You will also love this series. And this is our first video, day 1. So today I will show you how to perform some basic Juniper configurations and verifications, like things like configuring host name, version, checking the status of interface, configuring usernames, creating multiple users, changing password, enabling telnet, VLAN, trunk port, right? I have already installed Juniper switch, Junos operating system switch in my EVNG, and I have already uploaded the video on that as well on channel, so that you can also set up Juniper switch in your EVNG. If you are the student of PM networking, you all have EVNG software in your laptop, right? All 5 important softwares, you know this. So I am expecting you all have the EVNG, and through that video you will set up Juniper switch in your EVNG. Soon I am going to make one more video on the installation where I will show you how to set up Juniper router in EVNG, and then first we will master routing switching on Juniper devices. Right now I have switch, so on the switch whatever commands we use on Cisco switches, I am going to show you those all commands here on Juniper switch, and the configuration how VLAN looks like here, right? Here definitely will not understand things like what is VLAN, right? Definitely I will give you the basic overview of VLAN. To the point I will talk about the theory part. Mainly I will focus on configuration, because what I am expecting, you already know the theory, you already know what is VLAN. VLAN is used to divide broadcast domain, single broadcast domain, into multiple broadcast domain. What is the benefit, how VLAN works, states, right? So if you are the student and a CCNP students at PM networking, that means you are already mastered in these all things, right? So it's time to explore something new. Okay, so guys, without wasting time, let's start. First of all, I am going to access my switch. Here you can see I have access. Here you can see I have access to Juniper switch, and it is giving me some log message when you will access your device for the first time. It will also give you the error, and you can see my switch is not connected with internet, it is not connected with any device. And here my switch is trying to upgrade the image automatically, but it is actually trying to upgrade their image from the public Juniper server, but it is not connected with internet, that's why it is giving me the error. We will disable it. First of all, how I can get the CLI access of this switch? For that, simply you need to type CLI command here, CLI, and now you can see I got the access, CLI access. Okay, similar like your CLI access of Cisco routers and switches. To perform some configuration on device, you will use configure command here. Command is again same, right? So that's why in CCNA CCNP also, what I had told you, that Cisco is the master. If you know the Cisco, you can understand any other operating system very easily. If you know the Cisco router configuration, you can learn Juniper router configuration by yourself as well. Just you need to set up the device in EVNG and start configuring after finding some commands on internet, right? Even if you want to practice Aruba switch, you can do same, right? So for the configuration here also I have same command, configure command. Okay, if I will hit enter, you can see now I am in the configuration mode. Here I can perform configuration. Again, if I will exit, it will take me in the user mode, like on the Cisco verification mode. Right here we can verify the things. First of all, I want to disable this automatic image upgradation here. For that you have to go in configure mode, go to configure mode. Right now I am in the configuration mode. Here I want to delete the automatic upgradation, so delete charges auto image upgrade. Just a minute. Auto image, you will run this command, delete charges auto image upgrade, and after that you have to perform commit. Right, then only your configuration will apply. Like on SD-WAN devices, when we configure VAs, what we did after performing commands, we always commit, right, on the vmanage, vsmart, vanish devices. But again it is giving me the error. Right, I am not able to commit because password is not set. You can see root authentication, you are getting error because of root authentication. So let's set one password here, set. So to set the password, here you will run one command, set. See, to configure anything related to system, here you have to use command set system. For an example, you want to enable telnet, so set system telnet. Right, that is going to be command. So here I want to change the password, admin password, so set system root authentication is going to be your command. Set system root authentication plain text, and type your password, let's say Cisco. Right, see, I am not able to set the password because minimum password length should be 6. So let me say set password again, and this time I am saying Cisco 123, then Cisco 123, and now you can see successfully we have set the password. Okay, now if I will commit after running this command, after running this command, now if I will commit, then commit should work. Now you can see auto image upgrade. To stop on CLI, apply this command, delete charges auto image upgrade, and then commit. So I already committed. Now you can see commit complete. Now you will not get this log message here. Now we can start our very basic verification and configuration. So first of all, I am going to run command show version, right, to check the version. If command is not available here, you can exit from here and you can run command here, show version, in the verification mode. In the show version, what I told you, Juniper uses something called JUNOS operating system. So here you can see somewhere my operating system, like you can see JUNOS, my operating system version is 23.1. Okay, so this command will give you the information about version. Command is exactly same like on Cisco routers also. We use this command only, show system. After that, if you want to check uptime, here you can run command show system uptime. Most of the commands are same. For verification related to system, you will use show system, and after that your task. So you can see until when my device is up, right, boot can use command show interface ters, right. You can see the interfaces like G0/0/1 interface is up, my means admin mode and the line protocol mode, both are up. G0/0/0, right, means it is giga ethernet bit link. This is what module number, slot number, and port number. Three things are there. Okay, So here we can check the interface status by using this command show interface. Thus, if you want to filter the output, like we filter output on Cisco devices, similarly here also you can filter the output. Then let's suppose I want to check running configuration. So my command is going to be show configuration, right? So configuration command will give you the configuration, running configuration. And one more thing here, so run, and you can say display set only, display set, right? Because what you do to perform any configuration, you will use set. So I'm saying display only commands the configuration starting with set. And now you can see here, first of all, version, right? Version of my JUNOS operating system. Then system root authentication password, it is encrypted. We are not able to see the password which we have configured here because password is encrypted. And you can see the running configuration password. That's why we are not able to see the password, and you can see the other part of configuration. This is the default configuration because we didn't perform any configuration till now. Similarly, for VLAN, so VLAN, this command is going to give me the VLAN information. You can see by default only one VLAN is there, that is default VLAN, and VLAN tag is 1, and we don't have any interface in that VLAN right now, right? You can check also one thing, so Ethernet switching table. Now you tell me, this command is used to check which table. The meaning of this command, that this command is going to return me what, which table, right? Switching table, it is Ethernet switching table. On the Cisco, what we call to this table, tell me that. So Ethernet switching table, you can let me know in the comment section. Now let's see some very basic configuration, because for the verification even you can find the command, you can use the question mark, right? After so, if you will question mark, it will give you the list of command which is available, right? Like, so see here, ARP, to check the ARP table. So BFD, BGP, right? CLI, configuration, connection, right? DHCP. So you can find the command verification command like we search in the Cisco devices. For the configuration, what I told you, you need to use configuration command to move in configure mode, right? And here we can perform the configuration. First of all, let's suppose I want to change host name. So set system, right? Because I'm going to perform configuration related to system, and then host name. What should be the host name? I can say JUNOS switch 1, let's say. So now you can see host name is changed, but it is not applied till now because you have not committed it. So once you will commit this configuration, then your host name is going to be JUNOS switch 1. Now see, commit complete, and now you can see the name of my switch is JUNOS switch 1. So this way you can change the host name. If you want to change the password, I already told you, show you the command set system and root authentication plain text password, or whatever password you want to configure. See all the options. So I am configuring this one, plain text password. Hit enter, it will ask you for the password. So earlier my password was Cisco 123, now I am saying pmnet@123, again pmnet@123. So you can see my password is again changed. Now if you want to create user here, like on Cisco we run command username, admin, privilege level, and then password. Similarly here, use set system and then login, and after that user. Then define the username, let's suppose admin, and after that class. Then you can define the privilege label, right? Read only or super user. Let's suppose I am saying this is super user admin, and then authentication, plain text authentication, and enter. Now it is again asking you for the password for this new user admin. It is, let's say, Cisco 123, Cisco 123. Now two users are there, right? Both can log in to this device, both can access this device. Okay, if you want to enable telnet, set, because guys today I'm not teaching you anything, just I want you to get familiar with JUNOS operating system, right? That is my requirement of making this video, nothing else. So I want you guys to also perform this command on your Juniper switch, nothing else. Okay, for the telnet, say set system and then telnet, it will enable telnet, set system, not system, system and then service, set system service and then telnet. Okay, so telnet is now enabled. Similarly, if you want to enable SSH, set system service SSH, it will enable SSH. Now if you want to configure interface, for the interface configuration, set interface, set interface, and after that put question mark here. If you don't know the command, you can use interface range command, you can define the interface name. But one important thing is here which I want to discuss with you, that like on Cisco routers or on Cisco switches, how you configure IP address, interface F0/0, interface F0/0, no shutdown, and IP address, and then 10.1.1.1 This is going to be my configuration on Cisco router, right? Here your command is going to be like this: set and then interface, then GE 0/0/0, whatever interface it is, right? So I have select the interface, then unit 0. Now what is this unit? Unit is like the logical or sub interface on Cisco router, right? On the JUNOS operating system, all the interfaces must have at least one logical unit, like SVI interface, like the logical interface, your sub interface on the router, and the default unit is unit 0. So I have said that okay, this interface you are the part of unit 0, which is again the logical interface, and what I told you, all interface is going to part of at least one unit. And then you will define the address family here, right? Like if you want to configure IPv4 network, right, or IPv4 group of protocols, then your address family is IPv4. By default that is hidden on Cisco devices, we are not defining that, but here you have to define family, right? For IPv4 you will say inet, for IPv6 you will say inet 6. It is so simple. And then so here I said set interface, and after that let's say interface is GE 0/0/0. Even you can check the available interfaces here. Right now my switch is not connected with any device. Then unit, so unit 0 in the default unit, and if you will put question mark here, you can see the all available options. Forget about those all things. This is the basic configuration and simplest configuration I want to start from here. Unit 0 and then family, right? To family, put question mark. You can see in the family we have inet for IPv4 parameters, inet 6 for IPv6 parameter. So I am going to configure IPv4 IP address. So IPv4, for IPv4 parameter, it is going to be address family is going to be inet. Family is address family, and then address. And after that, what address you want to configure? Let's say 192.168.10.100/24, right? So this interface is configured with this IP address, which is IPv4 address and part of unit 0, right? Now the basic, in the basic configuration we can say what now? VLAN, let's say set VLANs, and then VLAN ID. 1 minute. Set VLAN, and after that let's suppose name of my VLAN is going to be cells, and then VLAN ID. So I have defined the name of VLAN and the VLAN ID, let's suppose 10. So my VLAN 10 is sales VLAN. You don't need to configure name separately like Cisco devices. Set VLANs and HR and then VLAN ID 20. VLAN ID 20. So I have configured two VLAN here, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Now how to put an interface in a particular VLAN, Praphul? Set interface. I already told you about this command. Set interface GE 0/0/0. Then I said it should be in a unit 0. Then I said address family. So family is going to be Ethernet here. This time my family is not IPv4, not IPv6. This time my family is Ethernet switching and then VLAN, and define the name of your VLAN, right? VLAN member, and here if I will say sales, this interface will goes in sales VLAN, means in VLAN 10. Similarly, another interface is in HR VLAN, let's say HR VLAN, which interface G0/0/1 for an example. So like this you can use the command. So I have put it 0/0 in VLAN 10, 0/1 in VLAN 20. Okay, like this you can configure other interfaces as well. If you want to configure trunk, like one port should be the trunk link, later we will have the particular scenario and based on that we will be configuring. So set interface GE 0/0/0 0/0/0 unit 0, and after that family Ethernet switching, and then Ethernet switching, after that port mode means mode of your port, Ethernet switching, and I think mode is not available. Interface mode, sorry, interface mode is going to be trunk, right? So this command will set mode of this interface trunk. Okay, and then to apply all the configuration, simply I can commit the configuration. So simple. So you can see most of the configurations looks same. What I want you in first day is just access your switch and run some basic commands like check version, try to change the host name, try to configure the interface, try to configure the VLAN, try to configure the link as trunk, so that you can be familiar with JUNOS operating system. I don't want you to configure device properly. First, just try to understand the new operating system, JUNOS operating system, because maybe most of you are experiencing it for the first time. Okay, so in today class just we have seen the operating system, right? Most of the things looks like Cisco operating system only, but this is guys more interesting and more powerful than Cisco. Okay, in day 2 definitely I will create one basic lab and I will show you the configuration. Thank you so much. If you want me to upload many more videos on Juniper devices, on not only switches, on routers also, just let me know in the comment section guys, right? If you will share your feedback, then only I can continue. Okay, so I will wait for your feedback. Tomorrow morning I am going to check the comment section, and if you guys will be requesting, then maybe day after tomorrow I will start making videos on Juniper devices. Thank you so much.